When it came to building out the Marvel Cinematic Universe and the future of the franchise as it relates to what comes after the stellar mega hit that was the Avengers, we know that Marvel Studios placed a lot of their bets on Joss Whedon being able to figure it all out. He was in the middle of crafting everything. But as it turns out, as this universe continued to expand and they got to Age of Ultron, Joss Whedon got very frustrated, very overworked, very overwhelmed, and he just couldn't take it anymore. So he decided to eventually walk away. So as most of you know, the Marvel Studios book has tons of things in it to go over in relation to things we've known about, some things we've heard about, some things we didn't really know about, but there was some rumors out there, so we could kind of speculate. Well, there's a lot in the book that goes over some of the little details, or maybe even big details, depending on how you look at it, in regards to things that were happening and how Marvel Studios was moving forward with great momentum after the huge success of Iron Man. There's specifically sections in there that talk about Joss Whedon working on Avengers and Age of Ultron. And they talk about the fact that after the success of the Avengers, Marvel Studios and Disney were looking at him like he is the golden boy. He can do no wrong. Anything we tell him, he can do it. So, hey Joss, help us create this TV series, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hey Joss, we're going to use your name because you seem to want to stay here for a while, so we're going to broker this giant Marvel TV deal. Hey Joss, check out all these other films. We're going to constantly be talking to you about making sure things connect, and we got to make sure that this film that we just announced falls in with this, and all these pieces got to connect. And he just wanted to make Avengers films. That was really it. But he kept on taking more because he was like, well, I love this stuff. So as the book details it, when it came to Age of Ultron, that film already had some problems because Joss felt burnt out. Because at the time, he was helping coordinate things with Guardians of the Galaxy, with the other Iron Man film, with the likes of the Captain America franchise, with the connective tissue between everything, with trying to be in the middle of Marvel TV and Marvel Studios. He was all over the place. And the book kind of explains that he got very exhausted by the time Age of Ultron came out. The reception to that film, having to cut the film back to meet Disney's demands for a shorter film. Of course, still having to, be involved with Thor: The Dark World, for example, which was a film that, in the book, holy crap, did they go into details in some of those things, and I couldn't believe what they actually printed in that book. So, there's just a lot that went on, and the general consensus is, if you read it, Joss Whedon got too exhausted and too burnt out that he literally did not want to do it anymore, which is why he stepped away, which is why it took him years, and he was like, okay, maybe I'll come back and do this Justice League thing, but that's a whole other can of worms that, we've seen how that went. So overall, now we kind of know more of what made Joss leave the Avengers, and it is the fact that around Age of Ultron, he was literally involved with everything. Like, he was the go-to man, and he had to literally fly from set to set, from project to project, be involved with overseeing ideas and storylines and things to the point where he just had nothing else to do. Too much for one man, so he was like, yeah, guys, I'm done. Before I go insane, I'm stepping away. You guys get somebody else to do the future Avengers film. I don't know who. Not me, though.